Hello, Carisha. Lovely to see you. Hope you're okay and you've been enjoying this hot weather. That's a lovely name, Carisha. Yeah, that's a lovely name. Hello, Wendy. Lovely to see you. Hope you're okay as well. Hope, as I said, you're enjoying this weather. It's a little bit cloudy here now, but it's still quite warm. Hello, T. Lynn. How are you? Are you good? Lovely. We'll just wait for a couple more people to come on, and then I'll just chat a little bit about what I do. Hello, Tanita. Have I said that correctly? Tanita or Tanita? I'm sure you'll tell me. Hello, it's lovely to see you. Oh, hello, Teresa from Seattle. Wow. What's the weather like in Seattle? Hello, Linda. Lovely to see you again. Right, okay. I'm just going to give you a little bit of. Yes, you did. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so my name's Claire, and I'm a spiritualist medium and a healer as well. The way that I work with spirit is I see, hear, and sense spirit. Angel, good evening. Hello. Autumn, hello. Lovely to see you. Okay, as I was saying, so I'm Claire. I work clairaudiently, clairsentiently, and I see, hear, and feel spirit. I can see them in my mind's eye. Hello, Catherine. I can see them in my mind's eye. I can feel them as well. I can feel how they're feeling, and they'll give me images and pictures, and I will relay those to you. Beautiful sunny day. Fortunately, you've been spared the heat wave. Oh, right. Well, I'm not going to moan about the heat wave because it's lovely. You can find me here on Facebook. I'm down as Claire Quadling, spiritualist medium. If you ever want to get in touch with me for private readings or anything like that, I'm available. So I'm always here, and I'll be here on a Sunday as well. Thank you to Victoria for letting me work. Okay, so I'm going to beautiful Jamelia. Hi, Jamelia. Lovely to see you. Okay, let me see who I've got first. Right. Hope all is well. Yeah. Sam, hello. Good evening, Sam, as well. Right. Okay, let me see who I've got with me to start with. Okay, so I've got a gentleman with me. Hello, Kelly. And I feel this gentleman is grandfather. Okay. And I feel that this gentleman, hello, Anne. I feel that this gentleman would have passed to the spirit world with, I feel that he would have had a real bad shortness of breath. And I don't know if it was to do with his heart or with his lungs, but I do feel that he found it. He had some sort of chest condition that really sort of stopped him doing a lot of the things that he did. Because I feel that this gentleman, he was quite an active gentleman. I don't feel that this gentleman was overtly tall. I feel he was probably about 5'9", 5'10", something like that. He's wearing outdoor. When I say he's wearing outdoorsy clothes, and he's also got. I can also see a shotgun over his arm. Angel, your granddad passed with chest condition, did he? So I can see a shotgun over his arm, which is, you know, it's open as it should be. And I feel that this gentleman would have gone shooting, as in, I mean, like clay pigeon shooting, that sort of thing. And I also feel that he would have, the way he's dressing is quite distinct, actually. It's, I feel like the clothes that he's wearing, it's sort of like a brushed cotton. Um, and I can also, don't think he went shooting. He was a farmer. Right, okay. Um, he has got this gun over his arm and it's down, so it's open. And it's one of those guns that he would have had a, you know, like the two sort of pellets that you would, not pellets, like little barrels that you would put in them. And I do feel that that was part of what he did. He was definitely an outdoorsy man, definitely. And as I said, these clothes that he's got on, they're brushed cotton clothes. And I feel like they've got a bit of a check in them as well. I don't know if anybody can understand that at all, or whether the gun, whether it wasn't for shooting, whether it was part of what he did for a job. The fact that he would have had it's a shotgun. That's what I'm looking for, a shotgun. Um, I do feel that he was quite a rugged man as well. You know, he was quite weathered on his face, and I think that was because he was outside all of the time. I'm getting the name. I'm getting the name Albert and the name George as well. I don't know if any of you can take Albert or George. And as I said, it was a grandfather. Um, or someone like a grandfather in the spirit world, and he did an outdoor job, definitely. But I do see this shotgun over his arm, and I can't take that away. So I don't know. Angel, you don't think so because he was a farmer, was he? Would he have never had an occasion to have had a gun for whatever reason, for scaring off birds or anything like that? Let me see if I can get a little bit more information about him. Okay. I do feel with this gentleman as well that he I do see a dog with him as well. I do see a dog, and it looks like, I was very young and divorced, so can't be sure the names you have heard before. Do you know much about him, Angel? If I was to continue with you, would you know much about him, or would you be able to find out much about him? Because he definitely, there's a dog with him as well, and I do feel that he would have definitely lived in the yeah, he would have lived in the country. He wouldn't have lived in a town or a city. He was a very outdoorsy person. The dog was He lived with us for many. Angel, can I keep working with you, please? I do feel that I'm being drawn to you. Um, Okay, he had a countryside farm, right? Okay, Angel, I'm going to keep working with you because I do feel that I am drawn to you. Okay, so you can take the gentleman, you can take the name. As I said, he was a very outdoorsy man, and he had quite rugged looks, but that was from being outdoors, and the sun, I feel, as well. And I also feel with him that this dog that he would have had with him, this dog would have gone everywhere with him. I feel I feel that there was quite a close bond um, with the dog. Yes, to rugged looks, sun dried his skin up. Thank you Thank you for confirming that. Okay, he was a really he was a really active man, I feel. You know, he would be up with the lark. I mean, you had to be being a farmer, but I feel that he would have made the most, you know, of each day. He would be up with the sunrise, and he would be down, he would stay out, and you know, until such time that he couldn't actually see. Yes, he was very active. Thank you. I do feel with him that he would walk a lot as well. I feel that that was part of what he did. He would do quite a lot of walking until it was dark at night. Thank you. And I also feel as well with him that sometimes it would feel, you know, he just used to love the outdoors. He's just taken it. He just loved it. He loved being out in the open spaces. He loved he loved he loved the nature around him as well. You know, he was very appreciative of what he had. And I feel that he was a really creative man as well. Creative in the fact that he could turn his hand to most things. He really could turn his hand to most things. And I feel I can see him tinkering about with tinkering about with things, with tinkering with bits of machinery as well. And I can only assume that was, yeah, he did a lot around the house and around the garden. Would you understand, Angel, that he would have grown his own vegetables? Because I do feel that he would have grown his own vegetables. I also feel with him that he had a really kind soul as well. He was a really lovely man, and he always had a positive outlook on life, is how I feel. Yes, even the garden turned into a vegetable plot. Thank you. Can you understand what I'm saying about his personality? How he was really he was really he was a lovely man. You know, he would give his time to you as well. And I do feel that he would also make time for the family as well. As much as he was out, and he was out a lot, family was still important to him, Angel. Yes, he was very talkative with others. I do feel that he was quite a popular man, because and I've just had that. He's just put that expression in my head. He could talk the hind legs off a donkey. I don't know if you've ever heard that expression, but I have, and I do feel that he would like to talk, and he was a very knowledgeable man as well. And he was someone that he would help if he could. You know, he would help anybody if he could with anything. Yes, you know that expression, right? Okay. And he's. I feel quite. I feel quite energized with him as well. I feel quite, and I also feel I can feel myself. He's making me talk quite fast as well. So I do feel that he would have had, he would have had quite a lot to say, but then he had a lot to say. And it was all very interesting. And would you understand as well that you would find him quite fascinating? And you would go out with him sometimes. I do feel like that. I feel, yes, fast talker and philosopher. Thank you, Angel. Right, Angel, I'm going to go to the reason why he's come through here this evening to see you. Okay. So he's come through here this evening. I don't know if you feel he took you to the pub sometimes with him, did he? Right. Okay. Packet of crisps and a shandy then. Okay. I'm going to go to the reason why he's come through. Okay. He's saying that towards the end of his life, when he started to become poorly, it was very frustrating for him, but it was also quite frustrating for those around him as well, because he's saying that he didn't mean to be difficult, but he was very frustrated because he wasn't able to do the things that he used to do. Okay. And he just wants to relay with that, that he's sorry about that. But it was just very frustrating, not being able to do what he wanted. But he just wants you to know that he is sorry about that, and he really did appreciate everything that was done for him, and the way that he was looked after and the way that he was loved. Okay, so he just wants to say thank you for that. He's also saying to me, I feel that you are quite a positive person as well. And I feel that you also would help, you quite helpful. What am I trying to say? What are you trying to say to me? You will always go out of your way for other people. That's what he's saying. And no task is too big for you, and if someone needs you or your friends need you, you're there for them. That's what he's saying. He's also saying to me that he's extremely proud of you and extremely proud of the way that you live your life. You live your life with positivity. You never take a day for granted. Okay, he's saying that. And you make the most, of each and every day that you have, to make sure that you live your life and also the lives of your loved ones and those around you are good as well. Okay. And for that, he said, you are my angel. Okay. What he's saying to you is just to keep on being true to yourself. Keep on doing what you do. And I don't know if at the moment or recently there's been, I don't know, a bit of negativity, not you, but negativity around you. And what your grandfather is saying is, you stay true to yourself, okay? Because you are a wonderful person, and what you do not only touches people and, oh, right, thank you, Angel. Okay. You stick to your guns and you be you, okay? And you being you, your life is already rich with fulfillment, and it will continue to be. Please know, okay, that he is around you, giving you strength. Okay, Angel. And I will say thank you for working with me. Thank you. And God bless. He was a lovely man. Okay. So hello, Claire. Hello, Sam. Okay, let me see who I've got now. Okay, so I've got a lady with me, a young lady with me, I feel. And, oh, thank you, Angel. I've got a young lady with me. Now, I feel that this lady I feel that she would have been a daughter, okay? And I feel that this lady would have passed to the spirit world before her time. This lady that's coming through to me now, I would say she's in her mid to late 20s, okay? She's standing about 5'6", 5'7". She's dressed. She's actually got quite a nice dress on, actually. She's got quite a floaty dress on at the moment. It's quite a floaty dress. I do feel with this lady, she's quite a slight lady. She's not, she's not big. She's not big build or anything like that. And I also feel with her that she had a real sensitive soul. And I feel that also as well, she would have found life to be quite difficult at times. And I feel that this lady would have passed to the spirit world quite suddenly, and it wasn't expected at all. and it was a big shock. Natalie, you say that sounds like your cousin, right? Okay. Anybody else can take that. I just feel that she was either a daughter or like a daughter. I won't discredit you, Nat. I won't, not. It was a shock. Okay, right. Okay. Anybody else? Let me see if I can get some more. Now, for some reason, I've not heard this name before for a long time. I've got the name Claudia, and I've got the name Alice, and I've got the name Jane, and I've also got the month of May, the second week in May. I'd say around the 14th of May for an anniversary or a passing. I don't know if anybody can understand any of that. Okay. Would you understand, Natalie, the way she was dressed? Because she's got this dress on, and it's sort of like quite a floaty dress. And I feel that she was a little bit different to the norm. 14th of May, your dad passed. Thank you, Davy, if you can take that. Okay. Can you understand that, Natalie, at all? What else can we get from her? I feel that she felt that, yes, her mum put her in a dress that she probably wouldn't wear. Right, okay. Hello, Mary Kate. Okay, let me see. Davy Jones, but I just got in here. Right, okay. Davy, you haven't got a daughter in the spirit world, had you? It was like a floaty, but I had a sister. Right, okay. I do feel she was still, no, right, okay, Davy, thank you. I had a sister who, right, okay, but she was 40, never married. Wendy, would you understand when I need to place her somewhere? Would you understand, Wendy, about the clothes that she was wearing? That she was a bit. I feel that she was a little bit different to the norm. The way that she dressed, and I also feel with her as well that she felt quite different. I feel that she would have struggled with her life. She found it quite difficult. She was a lovely lady, she really was. Can you understand any of that, Wendy? If not, I think I might have to. I don't feel that I'm with you, Natalie. I have to say I'm not going to make it fit. So I really don't feel that I'm with you. Just waiting for Wendy to see if you can understand. Yes, she was different. Yes, most of this. Right. Okay, Wendy. Do you mind? Can I work with you, please? Because I do feel drawn to you, I have to say. Okay, so I'm out with the age. Can you understand any of the names? Can you understand, was it Claudia, Alice, or Jane? Does any of those names mean anything to you at all? Okay, so this lady that I have with me, yes, please, right. Okay, Wendy. This woman that I have with me, she was a very sensitive soul, I feel. And I also feel that she didn't really believe. No, okay, fine, you might think about that. I really did feel that a lot of people really liked her, but I feel that she didn't have a great deal of confidence in herself. I have to say that about her. I don't know what it was. I just feel every day for her was like quite hard work for her. It was quite difficult for her. those that were closest to her, you know, knew what she was like. She could be a positive person, but it was very, with her, I feel that it was very up and down with her. You know, she would, no confidence, every day was a struggle. Right, okay, Wendy, thank you. I just feel with her that there was just, I don't know, nobody, I think, really gave her any reason to feel the way that she felt about herself. Um, but I just feel with her that, you know, she just really struggled. And I feel that she was like this from, you know, from growing up. I mean, you know, I mean, through her teens and all through her life, I just feel that she didn't, I feel that she didn't think she was good enough. Would you understand that? That she didn't think she was good enough. Um, and she was her own worst enemy as well. I do feel with her that she was a very she was very caring, you know, to those around her. Yes, you can understand that, Wendy. Lovely. She was very caring to those around her, and I also feel with her as well that because she was such a sensitive soul, um, would you understand that she would have liked animals? I can just I can just I just feel like she would have had some connection with animals. Would she have had a cat? I can see her stroking. I don't know if it's a cat or a dog. I'm not quite sure, but I just feel that she would have liked animals, and she loved cats. Right? Okay, thank you. It's a cat, because I feel that with her stroking the cats, it gave her some sort of solace, really. It they didn't, or she felt that they didn't judge her. That is what I'm going to say. She felt they didn't judge her, and she felt that she could be who she wanted to be and who she was. That's what I want to say about her. um I do feel also that I do feel that she would have liked to have read, but I do feel she was also quite a creative person as well. When I say creative, what do I mean? What do you mean by that you were quite creative? Um, What do you mean? I just feel that she had a quite a creative mind. I do feel also that she would have spent a lot of time on her own, and sometimes I feel, Wendy, that wasn't such a good idea for her to spend that much time on her own. Um, but she did. And I do feel at the times that she would have gone out, um, you know, it was quite a big thing for her, but it was also quite a big it was quite a big thing for everybody else as well, you know, to actually coax her out, coax her out of herself, to actually go out, and do something, and, just, I don't know, go and have a meal, or just do something. It was really quite a big thing for her to do that, because I do feel that she felt quite isolated. I don't know if you can confirm that for me, Wendy. Um, and hello, Susan. Lovely to see you. Very creative, arty, spot on. Right. Okay. That's where she put her passion, I feel, you know. Um, and she couldn't see what everybody else could see. Everybody else could see what a creative person she was, and how she could really enhance her life by taking that further. But it was something that she could do when she was with herself, it is what I want to say. And no one would judge her. It was like when she went out into the outside world, then she just felt that people were judging her and looking at her and just not thinking that she was good enough. And it was really sad to see, because she had such a beautiful soul, she did. And a lot of people loved her. A lot of people loved her. And she was appreciative of that they loved her. But I feel within her, she just didn't love herself, if you can understand that. She was beautiful inside and out, yes. And she could be compassionate as well. She could really be a compassionate person. But she just wasn't compassionate to herself. And I just don't know, she just, there was just something about her. Okay. So as she went on with her life, I feel that things got a lot harder for her, and she struggled a lot more. She really, really did. And I feel that she would have started to withdraw within herself. Okay. And nobody could have, I don't feel that anybody really knew how bad she was feeling. Okay. Everybody was aware of the way that she did feel about herself. I'm just I'm trying to get out what she's saying to me, but it's a little bit difficult to do that. Okay, so she got to a point, Wendy. Oh, after your dad passed, she went down, right? Okay. She got to a point where she just couldn't muster the strength. Okay. She just couldn't muster the strength. And it was just so difficult for her to even, right, it was just so difficult for her to even express how she was feeling. Okay. And I'm not going to labor this, but yeah, she just couldn't go on any longer. She couldn't not stand. She just couldn't cope with the world. She just couldn't cope with the feelings that she had about herself. And I feel with her as well that she felt like she was, I don't want to say a burden, but she felt like that. Nobody else did. She just felt like people would be a lot better off, if they didn't have to deal with her problems. Okay. Now, I'm going to go to the reason why she's come through today, Wendy, if I can. All right. So I'm feeling a lot of emotion with her. Okay. At the moment, she has come through and she has quite a lot that she wants to say. Okay, so she wants you to know that she's well. Okay, she's well, she's happy, and she's on her pathway. Okay, she's learning every day, and she's growing every day, and she wants you and she wants the family to know that. Okay. She also wants to say that she loved you all so much. She still does. Okay. She loved you all so much. And she was sorry that she couldn't stay, and she couldn't deal with the things that were going on around her. She knows that it hurt other people. Okay. And again, for that, she said she's truly sorry. And she wants everybody, you, Wendy, and everybody, to know that. Okay. She also wants to send you all an enormous amount of love. Okay. Love and healing. She really wants you to all know that she is happy now. All right. I have to say that. And she wants to say that to you. And she wants you, she's saying, she wants you to be happy too. I don't know if that makes sense to you at the moment. I don't know if you've been feeling a little bit down at the moment, but she's here, and she's bringing you enormous strength. Okay, Wendy. So if I could leave her love with you and say thank you so much for working with me, that she was a beautiful soul. She really, really was. Okay, let me just take a drink. Okay, let me see who we've got next. Right. Okay, I've got a yes, makes sense, Wendy. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Wendy. She was a lovely lady. Right, I have got with me a lady, and I feel as if this lady is Mother. Okay, this lady, she's not very tall at all. She's probably about, I'd say, about 5 foot. Now this lady, she's medium to well built, I would say, with this lady. And this lady, she loved to chat. She really, really loved to talk. She's just like, she's so pleased to be here. So she's about 5 foot tall, no taller than that. Okay. She's presenting herself to me. Okay. So she's presenting herself to me in what she would wear during the day. And when I say what she would wear during the day, I mean like a skirt and a shirt, or she'd wear a pair of trousers. But it was normal, just normal everyday wear. And I do feel with her as well that she would have had some sort of a pinny that she would have worn around her as well. She was a very, very busy lady, I have to say. She was constantly doing things. She was constantly she likes cleaning. I have to say, her house was quite a palace, I have to say. And she wasn't scared of hard work either. She really wasn't scared of hard work. And I can see her really, sort of really scrubbing her house. Sounds like your mother, Andrea. Okay. Would you understand with her, Andrea, that she was really chatty? She was a really chatty lady. And I feel that she would have had quite a lot of friends. And I also feel with her that she would have known what was going on. She was pretty clued up, I have to say, this lady. And she was a really friendly lady. She couldn't sit down. Right, yeah, I do. I feel like I'm with you, Andrea. If I could, if you just want to listen to a little bit more, of what I've got to say to you, I do feel, I didn't say how she would have passed the spirit world. I do feel a real tightness in my chest. So I'm not quite sure if it was a heart attack or if it was a heart condition, but I am being taken around to the chest area. I don't know if you can understand. She had dementia, did she? Right. Okay. Is that how she would have passed? Or did she pass? Would you have known her to have a heart condition at all? I'll carry on a little bit more with that. Would you understand with her that I also feel with her that she would have always had, she had a fall, did she? Right. Okay, Carisha, your mum had, that wouldn't have been around the chest. Yes, heart. Yeah, I do feel that I'm with you, Andrew, if I can continue with you. Would you understand with her that she would have liked listening to music? I can hear her singing. I just feel that she would have liked music, and there would have been music on, because I feel her house would have been, it was very upbeat, her house. It was a lovely place to be. I feel that with her. She was a real homely lady. She well, okay, she's saying that her castle was her home. And I do, right, okay. I do feel, keep listening, Carisha, but I do feel that I'm probably more with Andrea. Yes, music and singing, lovely, thank you. Um, so I do feel that with her. And I also feel with her as well that she would have liked, she would have liked to dance. I just feel with her that she would, I can see her dancing around her, not like, yeah, I can just see her dancing around her kitchen, or, and she'd be singing whenever. I don't know if you've got a memory of this, Andrea, but I can see her in her garden, because I feel that she would have had a garden. I can see her pegging her lawn out, pegging her washing out. Um, and it was like you had those two poles and you would peg the washing out, and I can see it billowing. So I don't know if you have a memory of that, of it billowing, because I can just, the winds, and they were like lovely white sheets. And yeah, she loved getting her washing outside. I don't know if you can understand that with her. I also feel with her as well, like you say, she always has a lot of people, yes, washing out. I can just see it, I can see it flipping backwards and forwards. And I feel that she was always someone who would, she was always someone who would listen. If she could help somebody out, if she could help somebody out, whether it was with a cup of tea or whether it was with helping them with something, then she would, and she was very good at giving advice. I have to say that, people really, sort of listened to what she had to say. I have to say that, and like I say, she had a lot to say, and she was just there wasn't very many days when she would have a down day. I just feel that she was upbeat most of the time as well. I also feel with her that she was a really good cook. Now, can you understand, Andrea? I feel that she was a good cook generally, but I also feel that she was really good at making cakes. Very bossy, yeah. bossy in a good way, I'd say, Andrea. I wouldn't say bossy in a bad way. But would you understand that she was a really good cook? But I feel that she was really quite good at baking. And I feel that when she would have had people around and you know, she would have friends around, I do feel that there would always be a nice cup of tea and she would have her china cups out. And there would also be a nice slice of cake, whether it be a sponge cake or whether it be, I don't know if she ever made a Battenberg cake. Battenberg's just come into my mind. But I do feel that she was, you know, she was really good. And I also feel as well with her that you would have, yes, baking, that you would have helped her and watched her do that. And I also feel by doing that, that you yourself are a good cook and you yourself are a good baker as well. I do feel that with her, with you. And I do feel that you had, you know, you and her had quite, you had a good bond, you know, between you. I do feel with you that you were both quite like each other. So in saying that, I do feel that there may at times have, I'm not saying you would have fallen out, but you would have had a difference of opinion because you were so like each other. But it was, she's saying to me that, I don't know if she ever called you this, but she was saying to me just then, dynamic duo. So I don't know if you were the dynamic duo, but I do feel that you had quite a close bond with her. And I do feel, and I also feel with her as well, that when she would go out, she would, and she didn't go out a lot. No, I can't boil an egg. Can you bake though, Andrea? Can you bake? I don't. I just get the feeling that you can bake. But I also feel as well that, you know, if she went out, she would always make sure that, you know, her hair, you didn't get on. But there were, all right, you didn't get on, but there was I do feel that there was a bond though between you. I just feel it was just because you were so alike. You were just you know, I just feel that because of that, you know, you both were very strongly opinionated is the word that I would use to describe. You were a daddy's girl, right? Okay, all right then. Um, no to baking as well, right? Okay then. Do you understand the name? Before I go, do you understand the name Mary and the name? That's an old name, and the name Doris. Um, and do you understand the first week of September for an anniversary or a passing? Probably towards the end of the first week, I feel, with her. Right, I'm going to go to the reason why she's come through this evening to see you. Okay. She's come through and she's still that bubbly person that she was. She's saying you did look out for each other, right? Okay, so she's come through this evening to say, I don't know if she comes through very often, but she's come through this evening. Her mother is Mary. Thank you for confirming that. She's come through this evening to thank you. Okay, firstly and foremostly, she's come through to thank you. She's saying, you know, that the love was there between you. Okay, you were both like each other, so that did cause a few arguments. You got married on the 6th of September. Lovely, thank you, Andrea. So there was disagreements between you, but she wants you to know that, you know, she's always did and always will love you. Okay, she's also wants to say that she's very grateful for everything that everybody did as she became more and more lost within herself. If you can understand that, Andrea, how she became more lost within herself. It was very difficult for her, because it was quite scary for her, I feel. And it was also quite scary for everybody else as well, because the beautiful, vibrant, and what's the word, feisty woman that you all knew and loved slowly started to disappear. And it was sad for everybody. It was hurtful for everybody, and it was upsetting for everybody. Okay, to watch someone fade away from the person that you've always known. She's saying that, right, okay, sorry, she's getting a bit emotional. She's saying that she's really sorry that you had to see that, and she's sorry that, of everything that you went through. She's also saying how proud she is of you, okay, and how you carry the mantle on, and how you are strong. You're a strong woman. You're a feisty woman. I feel that you will say what you feel, but you are also, like your mum, you're also a very caring person as well. And you will fight for your family and for those all around you. Okay? That's what she's saying. And she is so proud of who you have become. All right, she wants you to know that, and she wants you to know, and the family to know, that she loves you dearly. She really does. And she's happy now. She's back, and she's learning, and she's moving on, and she wants you to all know that. But most importantly, she wants you to know how proud she is of you, Andrea. Okay, so I just have to say that from her. And she's given me some roses. I don't know if you like roses. They're red roses. And she's giving them to you with all of her love. You lost your mother, father, and your brother. Oh, sorry for that. But she just wants you to know how proud she is of you. Okay, Andrea? So I'm going to leave her love with you and say thank you very much for working with me. Right, let me see who I've got now. Okay, hello, Anne-Marie. Hello, Anne. Hello, Teresa. Yes, we are live. We are. Hello, Amy Louise. Lovely to see you. Mel, okay. Let me see who I have got. Okay, I have got a gentleman with me. And this gentleman, he's about 6 foot, I would say. He's quite a tall man. He's father. Okay, I feel that he's father, or he's someone like a father. This gentleman, he's quite well built, and he does have a little bit of a belly on him. So he's quite well built. You're welcome, Andrea. He's got this enormous grin on his face. Okay, he's got he's got a real big grin on his face, and I do feel that his cheeks are quite red as well. I don't know if that's from the fact that he's just sort of smiling and beaming. But he's a really lovely gentleman. I do feel that this gentleman would have died with a heart problem, and I do feel that it probably would have been a heart attack. So I do feel that with this gentleman. So his father, he's about 6 foot tall. He's quite big built. He's got a little belly on him. He's got hair. He has got hair on the top of his head. He's dressed. How's he dressed? He's dressed in trousers, and he's dressed in a shirt as well. And I can feel that the shirt is, his sleeves are turned up on his arms. So I feel that, he would really, he was a really hard-working gentleman. I don't know if anybody can understand that with this gentleman. I do feel that this gentleman was a real family man. Family were really important to him. Am I still with you, Andrea? Okay, can you understand everything that I've said? Because I do feel quite distinctly with this gentleman that he was, tall. It was definitely his heart that gave out on him, and the way that he was dressed as well, and the smile, because I do feel that he's got this enormous grin on him. He was always very positive. He passed with a heart attack. Right. Okay. All right then, Andrea. Maybe I'm still with you, because no, I don't think can anybody else understand that. I'm just going to continue with this gentleman. As I said, family were very important to him. He went out to work. You can understand everything, Andrea. Okay. I must admit, I do feel like I am still with you. So we'll continue with this gentleman. He went to work to provide a good life for his family, because family was everything. And I feel that this gentleman, he was an intelligent man as well. He was a really intelligent man. And I feel with him as well, he was also quite well read as well. I feel he knew a lot of things. There was a lot of things that he knew. I don't feel that as a job he would have had a manual job. I don't feel that with him. I feel that he would have had a job where he'd have had to have used his brain. I do feel with him that he liked nothing better than a family party. He would be the center. He'd like to be the center of attention, and he loved children as well. He really did. And I do feel that you and him were really, really close. I do feel that with him. I feel that you could talk to your dad, and you could, you could really sort of have good discussions with him. He got you, and you got him as well. And he was just someone who was just so lovely to be around. I do feel with him that he would have got, I feel that he would have got stressed at times, but I do feel with him that he would have loved his garden. I do feel, I don't know if you can understand that, Andrea. I'm gonna have to go to the reason why he's come through to see you, Andrea, because I'm sort of running near to time now. Okay. I do feel with him, he's come through to you with a lot of strength as well. Now I do feel with you, that you are strong, you are a feisty lady. But I do sometimes feel with you, he's saying that you tend to do too much. You put yourself out there for people, and you don't take time to take care of yourself. All right. I don't know if you've been feeling a little bit a little bit tired at the moment because you're so busy, you know, and you've got so much going on in your life. But what he's saying is that you need to just take a little bit of a step back, just to give yourself a little bit of time. Okay, time for yourself. All right, because you need to be strong. You need to be strong for those around you, because people look up to you, and you know they really look up to you, and you need to be there because you are this tower of strength. Yes, you do. Thank you. What I'm going to do, Andrea, I'm going to say thank you for working with me. He was a lovely man, okay? And if I could leave his love with you, and he is always with you, okay? So thank you, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.